We are very lucky this morning to have the honor of being graced by the presence of our very distinguished keynote speakers. Starting with, first to give this message is the current head of the Department of Interior and Local Government, or DILG, our lead organizer for this event. Let us warmly welcome our first keynote speaker, a person with a virtuous reputation, exceptional professionalism, and unquestionable integrity, and a staunch advocate of anti-corruption and anti-red tape and ease of doing business, DILG-OIC Eduardo M. Año.
Let me greet our VIPs and other key people in the forum. Director Brenda Miranda, OIC's Chief, PACS-CSD from the Department of Finance. Our RDs, RD Alex Roldan from Region 11. RD Ray Bungu from Region 12. RD Elizabeth Pamasion from Caraga. Other local chief executives present, friends from the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, National ICT Confederation of the Philippines, Microsoft Philippines, United States Agency for International Development, NYCO, distinguished guests, fellow workers in the government, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Well, foremost, I would like to extend my appreciation to all of you who have invested your time, effort, and meaningful information for the development of the ease of doing business in our country. My gratitude goes to all our provincial governors, city municipal mayors, vice mayors, local assembly members, League of Provinces, Cities, and Municipalities, Liga ng mga Barangay, our DILG regional directors and all functionaries have attended this event. Special thanks to all local chief executives and LGUs who have presented their best practices on EODB. By sharing your own experiences, you have imparted valuable information on the significance of our Ease of Doing Business Act. I'd like also to commend our colleagues from the Department of Trade and Industry, the Department of Information and Communications Technology, the Department of Finance, Civil Service Commission, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Board of Investments, the Bureau of Fire Protection, and the Philippine National Police, as well as our partners from the private sector, the ULA, National ICT Confederation of the Philippines, WICO, and USA, and all our generous sponsors, the Microsoft, the Land Bank of the Philippines, the DPP, BizBox, PLDT Enterprise, Pag-ibig, JTX Photography, MyEG Philippines, and BLK Professional Audio System for generously supporting our advocacy. I'd like also to congratulate our organizing committee, the Secretariat, coordinating the support staff, and all individuals who have supported and made our event a resounding success. Pwede bang palakpakan natin sila? Indeed, it has been a fruitful forum with all the speakers contributing their knowledge and all participants throwing their relevant questions, all for the appreciation of the Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018, or we call it EODB EGSD 2018. During the course of our two-day forum, starting yesterday, many brilliant experts in government service shared their knowledge on the various aspects of the EODB EGSD Act. Out of the discussions, it is important to note that the re-engineering of systems is necessary pending the approval of the implementing rules and regulations. LGUs and other officers are also encouraged to organize a team who will be in charge of the commencement of the engineering of systems. And must remember that the Act has 9 offenses and penalties for non-compliance. Government officials and employees must also always be aware of the two-strike policy, all aimed to ensure that we follow and enforce the law. I am really very particular on these provisions because we have yet to catch offenders so that this will be a lesson to everyone, because for a very long time before the amendment of this act, there is a wanton violations in applying business permit, and this has become the source of corruption. In other countries like South Korea, even in China, you can hear from time to time companies or blacklisted presidents, members of the board of the companies facing criminal cases because of bribery. So this time, this is very strict. Yung two-strike policy natin, 6 years imprisonment. Not only for those who are accepting the bribe, but even so to those offering the bribe. This activity is truly a milestone because it has broadened our knowledge in our quest to provide a better and more conducive business environment in our country by simplifying requirements and streamlining procedures in the national and local government. By institutionalizing effective practices for an efficient turnaround time of government services, we have also taken significant steps in preventing graft and corruption in the bureaucracy. It also promotes the highest standards of transparency and accountability among public officials and employees in their transactions with the public. Our present administration is staunch in its campaign to curb corruption and inefficiencies within the bureaucracy to provide the Filipino people a better and improved life. And EODP is one mechanism that would aid us in making this goal a reality. We all know that this is a priority of the President, a campaign promise. And he said, I don't expect you to perform 100%. Just remove corruption. Just improve the plight of our fellow Filipinos. Okay na tayo. Just remove corruption. And sad to say, still corruption persists because there's still people who believe that it is a norm, that in order to get what you want, you bribe people in the government. Now this time, I think we have to put a stop on this permanently. With all the wisdom that we have gained from this forum, I'm confident that we are now equipped with the necessary knowledge, and so our task now is to put them into motion and produce positive action. And I believe we just don't have the necessary knowledge, but we have the right perspective and attitude. In the latest World Bank rating, we are currently ranked as 113 out of 100 countries or economies in the measure of ease of doing business. This is not a simple matter because the way investors feel in starting businesses in our country significantly affects our commitment, our investment opportunities and potentials. That is why I encourage everyone to do our part so that we can improve our standing in the competitiveness and ease of doing business in the global arena, or at least among our ASEAN neighbors. In ASEAN, we rank number 7. Singapore is the first, followed by Malaysia, and then Thailand, and then Brunei, and Vietnam, and then Indonesia, Philippines, Cambodia, Laos, and finally, Myanmar. Before, nandun na tayo sa below 100. that we slipped to 113. Why? Because other economies have done more efficient and effective ways in ease of doing business. So we have to continue doing innovations and re-engineer our systems. Singapore is number 2 in the world. New Zealand is number 1. Last week, the New Zealand ambassador paid a courtesy call on me, and he explained to us, actually, they will be helping us, how they do ease of doing business in New Zealand. You can apply business without leaving your home. Just a phone call, and then you get already the approval. That's how easy it is. South Korea is number 4. US is number 6. Indonesia is 72. China is 78. But Vietnam is number 68. That's why when the President visited Vietnam last year, when he returned, ang unang sinabi niya kagad, gusto niya magkaroon ng ease of doing business. In fact, kaya naging priority bills yung amendment ng Anti-Red Tape Act because of the President's insistence after his return trip from Vietnam. That's why so many multinational companies are going to Vietnam. Unfortunately, ibang malalaking kumpanya natin lumipat na ng Vietnam. Like Adidas, we used to have Adidas here. Now Adidas is very in Vietnam. You know, my daughter went in Vietnam last month, and she told me, in Vietnam, they're looking for a tourist guide. $20, you'll have a tourist guide for the day, properly. $50, you'll have a limousine and a uniform tourist guide. Because in Vietnam, everybody works without minding getting extra money through bribery, but just mere services, delivering good services to the clients, the customers. So this is a challenge for us. Next year, maybe from 113, we can be on the top 50, or maybe initially on the top 80. And this is really a challenge to each and every one of us. Additionally, our fellow Filipinos would really benefit from the EOTP if all of us would endeavor to make business prosper, not only in urban settings but also in the rural areas. We must spread opportunities and uplift the plight of the people. Together, let us find ways to see and offer opportunity for the people to grow. If our constituents can feel and believe that there is indeed significant improvement in our business systems from the grassroots stage to the top level, then I am confident that we have already achieved a large portion of our goal. Gawin natin ang ating makakaya upang maramdaman at paniwala ang ating mga kababayan na ang ease of doing business ay totoo. Totoong ang EODB ay totoong ease of doing business ang maidudulot at hindi ang nakasanayan ng grease of doing business. So, ulitin ko, grease of doing business. Yun daw yung pampabilis. It should be ease of doing business. Let us go away with fixers. So, these are the main problem. So many fixers trying to shortcut the methods, and in so doing, violate all the regulations. Look at Boracay. Boracay is a complete example of grease of doing business. Napakagaling magtanim ng business kasi hindi na dumaan sa munisipyo eh. Makakita ka ng lupa, tayuan mo, tapos mag-set up ng hotel, mag-operate ka na. But this time, it's no more. We are opening Boracay on October 26. If you are free, I invite you to come to Boracay. We will no longer allow non-compliant businesses business companies. We will no longer allow illegal businesses. Even casino will no longer be allowed to operate in Boracay. And what we will do, or what we have done in Boracay, will be the standard to all the resorts around the country. My challenge to all the local chief executives is to encourage businesses to honest and accountable local governance, thus ensuring continuous development and creating ways to attract possible investors to open businesses in your cities and municipalities. Through a whole of government approach, let us pursue the simplification of government transactions. Let us shun corruption and bureaucratic red tape to bring back the trust of the people and investors to the system towards a safe and business-friendly Philippines. The road to implementing this act may be filled with trials and impediments, but rest assured, the DILG is committed in its efforts and advocacy in this landmark legislation by continuously providing capability-building interventions for LGUs to establish a sustainable business-friendly atmosphere where enterprises can thrive and prosper. And again, the real gauge of our success, or the real measure of our success, are the feedbacks from the Filipino people, particularly in the rural communities. Pag maramdaman na nila na napakadaling mag-apply ng business, napakadaling mag-put up ng business, then masasabi natin, we have a success. Huwag natin pahirapan sa application. Huwag natin i-regulate kagad sa pag-apply pa lang. Anyway, during the running of the business, we have all the laws, regulations to regulate, to correct, and even to stop the business from running if there is a need. With all of us working proactively together, the success of this campaign is ensured, which will ultimately propel us to become one of the top countries with simple, fast, and efficient processes in establishing the business system. Magsama-sama tayo patungo sa isang mabilis na pamamahala para sa progresibong negosyo tungo sa maginhawang pamumuhay ng mamamayang Pilipino. To all of you once again, maraming salamat sa inyong pagpunta dito. I see in your eyes the commitment to ensure the success of our EODP. Magandang hapon at maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much.
And just briefly, give a